Don't let your decision paralysis demon keep you from watching something great this weekend. Subscribe to ScreamShare, the newsletter that serves up a 5-minute breakdown of the best horror available on streaming. I'll have essential weekly movie picks covering new films, classics that you need to catch up on, and a movie that's always streaming for free. So subscribe now, and you can even be part of some frighteningly fun watch parties we're putting together that'll let you be part of the conversation. So click in the link in the show notes or go to screamshare.beehive.com. That's screamshare.beehiiv.com, and make sure you whitelist your welcome email so you can get all the latest news and updates. And now, the body count continues. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prom night is here. That's right. We're talking about Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2 on Kill by Kill. Well, greetings and salutations, Internet. It's your old pal, Patrick Hamilton, coming to you once again from Hamilton High. This is the Kill by Kill podcast, where we're dedicated to celebrating the least discussed component of any horror film, the characters. So we're going to unpack all the goriest details of Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, in the hopes that our prom date's untimely end is just the beginning of the jokes that we can make at their expense. And as always, there's only one person I trust to come to my house with an undescribably large book and tell me the plot of the movie we happen to be in, the one and only Gina Radcliffe. How you doing, Gina?
What's shaking, Daddy-O?
Oh, people don't talk like that anymore, Gina.
Well, I don't know. Are we in downtown Squaresville or what, man?
People seem to get very upset when our heroine, Vicky, begins to take on Mary Lou's vernacular. They react like she's farted in their general direction.
Or just showing up in some sort of like polyester pantsuit.
I mean, we'll get to it, but when she shows up in saddle shoes and a voluminous skirt, which is no more voluminous than anyone else's crazy big outfit, everyone is wearing Stop Making Sense clothes in this movie. They're like, oh my God, how dare you? Like, it's offensive to the eye. All right, we're going to get to it, but I don't want to scare you, Gina. We are not alone. That's right. Our special guest is a writer and journalist and host of 2 Maximum Fun podcasts, Who Shot You with Ricky Carmona and Alonso Duralde, and her own solo effort where women writers, directors, and performers talk about their favorite genre films, Switchblade Sisters, the one and only April Wolfe. How you doing, April?
Hi, I'm doing well. I've got this cold that makes my voice a little bit deeper than I usually have it. So,
oh yes,
shouldn't I be taking dedications with this voice? I think
that's right. Living on a cliffside, inside of a lighthouse, flirting with a slightly pudgy man who gives you the weather forecast from the naval base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either that or telling the city where the Warriors are heading towards.
That's right, boppers. How does she know all that stuff? What is so? It's not. No one could send her texts. That is the one part of that movie I just don't particularly understand.
I mean, clearly she's dedication.
Psychic. Yeah, psychic would explain it. It's the only thing the movie is missing. Well, before we go down what would be a very entertaining road of talking about the Warriors, let's return to Prom Night 2. Now, April, you are steeped in movie history. You are a fantastic movie reviewer. And so I have to ask you, when was the first time you came across the cinematic presentation that is Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2?
I'm very sad that it wasn't until you told me I needed to watch it. Very sad it was not until last week, because I had heard about it and I had been wanting to see it for quite a while, just because I knew the lead was going to be Michael Ironside. Mm-hmm. So it was on my list and I never got to watch it. And this gave me an excuse to watch it twice.
Excellent. Yeah, it hasn't been available. If it came out on DVD, I never saw it because I would have purchased it right away. And it's certainly not currently available on Blu-ray for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. It was only when it showed up on Amazon that Gina and I started jumping up and down, celebrating for joy, because here it was. It was in a place where everyone could see it.
Amazon has so many interesting streaming options for horror right now that I mean, it made me go down a rabbit hole after after this. I was very excited about putting all of these on my watch list. So
yeah,
I'm grateful.
I need to get Demon Wind in there very quickly. It has really awesome looking cover art. I doubt that the movie lives up to that cover art, but anything called Demon Wind, I'm going to, give it a shot.
I feel like I've seen that one but it's one of those like possessed by the devil or some sort of demonic force where it's indicated by the people start drooling oatmeal, which is like a big effect in 80s horror. It's just, I guess, 'cause it's just so gross looking and it's a nice cheap effect. But I think they use that in Prince of Darkness and definitely a lot of demonic possession movies. That one, I definitely remember the name, but it's probably, I'm sure I'm thinking of at least 6 different movies, very similar plots.
Anything with wind in a title. It's like wind always makes me think of farts, though. So I immediately am hesitant to watch something like that.
As long as it's not in smell-o-vision, I think you're going to be okay. But I don't know what your setup is at home, to be honest with you. Talking out of school. With that said, let's get right back into it. Let's do a quick body count. Who is still left alive in Prom Night 2 at this point in the movie? Well, let's start with Vicky. How could I sum her up? Oh, I know. She's a sentient spiral perm with 2 braids on either side, which I'm not entirely sure what the point of is. Her hair is crazy, and I can't decide if it's crazy good or crazy bad.
Well, when she gets possessed and it gets both bigger and crimpier, which is remarkable.
Someone on Twitter referred to it as Bernadette Peters-esque, but I think that's a disservice to the, maybe I'm just comparing. It's very hard to compare anyone to Bernadette Peters. The talent, the chops, she can sing, she can dance, she will charm your pants off. And while I think this actress is actually, it starts off a little rocky, but I think she's trying to play vanilla so that when she gets possessed later on, she can really dig in. Maybe.
I like her. I like her as vanilla and as the evil. She's good. I was into her. I was into her hair too. I had that hair, so I knew it. I felt it. Yeah. Wow.
I wouldn't even know where to start with that hair. She kind of piles it on top of her hair like she's making a trifle.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the 80s style where you're like, there's just more is better. Just do more. Anything.
True. And of course, we have her boyfriend, Craig. Now, he's the kind of significant other who will buy you a second gold cross just in case you need an extra dose of holy to cast away all those impure, dry humping thoughts. He also owns and operates a motorcycle.
He's the rare boyfriend in this movie who actually remains a nice guy from beginning to end.
Yes.
He does not reveal himself to be cheating on her or a secret date rapist waiting to happen. He's actually a genuinely nice guy from beginning to end of movie.
Yes, he has a genuine niceness, which is a nice balancing act for when his girlfriend is going to become possessed by a deceased prom queen and start killing people psychically, like we all knew something called Prom Night 2 would be doing. We have Principal Dad, aka Billy Northam, played by, of course, Michael Ironside. Now, he's a character designed by this film to demonstrate the positive power of manslaughter. He takes that initial incident of killing someone accidentally and builds on it to become a pillar of this community.
Yeah, it's very strange how neither he or Reverend Buddy ever left town. Now, you would think that if your girlfriend or your secret paramour dies horribly in front of your very eyes, the day after you graduate high school, you're just taken off for as far within the continental United States you can get. But no, they're still hanging around. They're still kind of knowingly looking at each other like, I know what you did. Yeah, I know what you did too. And just they're just in each other's atmosphere forever.
That's so Catholic of them, though.
That's true. That is true.
They're just gonna like sit in their own filth and do penance for the rest of their lives. Like that's like the epitome of Catholicism, I would say. Yeah.
Can you imagine what Michael Ironside's filth would be for him to sit in? Because he is a singularly weird actor and he brings an intense energy to this. It's like he stepped off the set of Scanners and walked into a principal's office, and there's not a ton of change to him. Now, in other films, he's definitely a different kind of energy, but here he's just full of nerves and tics, and he feels like anyone who talks to him is burning a cigarette on his skin.
Yeah, he's just clenching his teeth like no one's business. I expected to hear like just his jaw just cracking. Here's some dream casting for you, or nightmare casting, depending on how you look at it. What about a father and son movie starring Michael Ironside and Michael Shannon?
Ooh.
Oh,
man. I don't know if my spirit can take that. It would probably have to leave my body just hearing about it.
Is there a camera that could take this? Because I feel like that much intensity would just be it would just come up on camera as just this glowing white ball of energy.
I mean, now that you've put it out into the universe, I almost demand that it happen.
Because they're about the right age for that. Like Michael Ironside's in his 40s, and Michael Shannon is in his 40s. Michael Ironside's got to be in his 70s by this point. Yeah, it works. Yeah. Hollywood, look me up. I'll write a script, have them play father and son.
That's right. Sign a check for $700,000. We got something going here.
I'm ready.
$700,000.
It's a Flophouse reference.
Well,
that's right.
I'll quit my job tomorrow. You know, I live in Brooklyn. I'll have that spent in about 2 months.
Oh my God. It's, Michael Ironside, he was doing he did Scanners in 81. At least that's when it came out. And then this is like 87 or something like that. He's a method actor, which makes me wonder if he was just in this character for like 6 years straight.
Just getting into the skin of Billy Nordham.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been like preparing for this role since Scanners, and he's just never left it.
I can believe that 100%. We also have the flip side to his manslaughter coin, and that's Reverend Buddy. He's a guy in the movie that's gone out of his way to inform us that he's wasting his unnaturally large penis on a celibate life in the ministry, which is unfortunate. I mean, that big penis is going to waste.
It is a waste because there never seems to be anybody in his church.
No, it's very empty for a church that is next to a cemetery, or is it far away? When he walks out the door and ends up in a cemetery, you'd think it's right next to it, but you never see them next to one another, and they seem like very different places.
I just feel like the entire town is about maybe 5 blocks wide.
It certainly doesn't have a lot of high school age students, that's for sure. Let's continue on down the line. There aren't a lot of dead people yet. We have Monica. This is Vicky's best friend for life, and a professional Justine Bateman lookalike. And then we have Josh. He's supposed to be a nerd or something, but he spends the entire movie dressed like he's desperate to feature at the Chuckle Hut. Everything is zhuzhed, and he appears to be wearing outsider art on his lapel.
Yeah, if Monica is a Justine Bateman impersonator, I think we already mentioned though that this guy is a straight up Val Kilmer.
Oh,
practically, like if you could sue someone for copyright infringement for pretending to be a person, this guy would have been hit with numerous lawsuits.
He's definitely seen Real Genius and decided that's what I need to do. And I don't blame him, because when I saw Real Genius, I decided that's what I needed to do. But I was in junior high school and everyone said, "Oh man, shut the fuck up. You're not that funny. You're not that charming. And you sure as hell ain't that good looking."
Everybody wants to be Val Kilmer, or say everybody wanted to be Val Kilmer. Everybody ended up being the other guy.
You're talking about the guy who's in his back seat. The I don't even remember what his call sign is from Top Gun. Is he the one who ended up being in Always with Steven Spielberg?
No, I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the kid, the one that moved his roommate, like the 14-year-old.
Oh yeah. No. No.
He has voluptuous lips, though. You have to give him that.
Well,
he also
better
was like
him
a Justine Bateman impersonator.
better being him than being Kent. Well, I've seen this movie many times. I just realized that. Wow, have I seen this movie many, many times.
There are very few things as funny as when they tell him, "What about that time I caught you naked with a bowl of Jell-O?" And he says, "What? I was hot and I was hungry." It's perfect excuse.
Yeah, you really think about it. You really think about it. It does make sense.
There's not much else one could really do, quite frankly. Now we have Kelly. Now she's up until
I love Kelly. I love Kelly so much. She's my favorite.
She is definitely aiming for something, and she is totally nailing it. And up until this point, I would have said this is the person who's trying to audition to be a Heather, the dumbest Heather possible. But then I just discovered that Paramount Network said, "Oh, hold my beer. We have dumber Heathers." And they tried that. It did not go out so well.
That's so sad.
It really is.
It is so sad. There's like all these people who put so much work in that. And it's like, no, you're not allowed.
Not that way. Nuh-uh. It's not a good thing. Not alive, but very much still present in this film is Mary Lou. And she's the kind of villain you get when someone has a sex dream after watching Nightmare on Elm Street and Twin Peaks back to back. And I'm here for it. I never thought those two things went together until this movie, and they totally go together.
Who knew?
The makers of this film, the Canadian makers of this film, knew.
The Canadian geniuses behind this motion picture.
They should have put that on the box art from the Canadian geniuses who brought you Prom Night.
Oh my God, the Canadians hated this movie too. It got the worst reviews in Canada. I was doing research and I was like, oh, wow. Americans were into it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it on video because by the time I caught up with this some point in the either early 90s or late 80s, I was working at the first Blockbuster Video in Southern California. I say that as a point of pride because at that point, it was not like a big behemoth. It was just like, oh, that's a really big video store. And when I saw, I'm like, oh, Prom Night. I've watched Prom Night. This will be like, I love slasher movies, so I'll watch that. And it mystified me. And then I watched it again, and then I rewatched it, and I rewatched it. And it slowly worked its magic on me.
Yeah, it was a staple on cable for a while, and it was one of those movies where I watched it and I was like, okay, that was interesting. And then it was on so often, and I slept so little as an anxious teenager that I would turn on the TV and it'd be on at 12:30, and I'd be like, well, I guess I'm watching Hello, Mary Lou again. And I think within a 2-year time period, I probably watched it about 10 or 15 times.
Yeah, there's no better. This movie was built for USA Up All Night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So they didn't have like a Canada Up All Night? Like that's the... Like, did Canada have like a USA version of like the network?
They
like
did, but they only showed American movies. I'm completely making that up. I have no idea.
Oh my God. I mean, like they must have had like a USA channel kind of thing. Maybe not.
Yeah. Canada people, you've been listening to the podcast according to my metrics. Hit me up on the twits. Let me know what was your USA variant. So when we last left Hamilton High, the vengeful spirit of Mary Lou murdered a girl for daring to recycle her prom crown in art class, which seems a tad over the top, but there are not many death scenes that start with, I'm going to chop your head off, then I'm going to choke you on my own queen. What is that?
Cloak?
Okay, a
cloak?
cape.
Yeah, cape.
Capelet. And then I'm just going to throw you out the window for good measure so that we could get one shot that looks exactly like the original Prom Night. From this, we cut immediately to Reverend Buddy's extremely gothic church, where we find him praying at a candlelit altar of Mary Lou, who, lucky for us and for him, took a headshot in 1957.
Well, it's her yearbook picture.
Is it?
It's the same picture. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
One where you find out that her nickname in high school was Hot Stuff.
It's so creative.
And yet very accurate.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that supposed to be kind of a gag because she ends up like just burning to death? Or I mean, is this a too?
God.
Is this is a two-prong thing here where she's kind of slutty and she also immolates to death?
Oh my God. That is a key. That is a key that I did not catch whatsoever. But there's every indication that Ron Oliver would definitely put that into a script. Oh my God. It's genius.
This movie has layers.
Oh, so good.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Summer is here. At Orderly Meds, we know this time is a reminder that life is full of new beginnings. Whether you're celebrating the nice weather, starting a new chapter, planning a vacation, or simply looking ahead to what's next, this season can be the perfect time to invest in yourself and your health. If you've struggled with weight loss and are curious about GLP-1 medications, Orderly Meds can help you learn about your options. Through a simple virtual process, you can connect with licensed medical professionals who can determine whether treatment may be appropriate for you. Getting started is fast, convenient, and happens online from the comfort of home. This summer, consider a new approach to feeling your best. Visit orderlymeds.com/podcast to learn more. That's orderlymeds.com/podcast. orderlymeds.com/podcast. Because every new season is an opportunity to take the next step forward. Compounded medications are not FDA approved. Eligibility required and determined by a licensed provider. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
So yeah, he's got a candlelit altar of a teenage girl, like a normal Catholic priest. I'm so glad that he blew up her headshot from the yearbook. That's excellent. This doesn't last very long. The candle sort of burst into flame and he rears back, but we're not really sure what that's about. It just that I guess the spirit of Mary Lou has been unlocked, so she's slowly but surely leaking into the real world, I guess. She can control flames? Sure. She can control everything else. Why not?
Yeah, this is the point where the movie basically becomes an extended heavy metal video. Because there's a lot of candles, there's a lot of dreary hallways, a lot of shadows. It kind of becomes like a Dokken video.
The only thing we're missing is really high-waisted G-strings, but that's okay. I can insert them in my mind. The next day, Jess's body is discovered at school. School is about to begin, and they still have not removed the body or told anybody the reason why there are fire trucks and police cars everywhere. They've just kind of left the body out, which I find odd. Oh, well, I guess this town isn't particularly highly observant. And then smash cut to her funeral. We don't know how much time has passed, but enough time for them to organize her funeral because they got to put that body in the ground.
Oh, it was a quick funeral. It was like a expedient. They're like, let's do it right now. Let's get it done. The Catholics should be selling those kinds of funerals, I think.
They got to be done in time for prom.
It's true.
Everybody just jumps right back into planning this prom like it's nothing.
Oh, yeah. And there's one mention of, gee, it seems a little fast. I don't know why we're still having the dance, if she isn't going to be here for it. But then everyone kind of does a sort of hunch their shoulders, and they just go about their day. Like they just don't care. I have to assume this is mere hours later and people just had a lot of black clothes available to them.
Yeah, Vicky looks like she's wearing a pantsuit, which is odd for a 17-year-old girl to wear a pantsuit to a funeral.
I just think that her separates are so close together in color that we simply cannot tell.
She makes some interesting sartorial choices.
I mean, I guess she is a person who she lives in a religiously oppressive household. And so obviously she's not going to have a lot of body bearing clothes, which is perfectly fine. No one should be forced to wear these things. Still, everything is tight where it should be loose and loose where it should be tight.
Even when she makes her transition into dressing like Mary Lou. I mean, the outfit doesn't really fit her very well, which is kind of interesting because she's supposed to be kind of sexing it up a little bit. And I mean, you can, like, the first time you see her, she's like kind of pulling the shoulder up on her sweater, and it's all baggy and hanging off of her. And it's like, is she wearing Mary Lou's actual clothing? Or did she just kind of happen to find this sort of vaguely 50s style outfit and saddle shoes in her house? Because she does look like she's wearing somebody else's clothing, but where would she find Mary Lou's clothing?
I assume that she would find Mary Lou's clothing either at Reverend Buddy's house, wherever he resides, or Principal Dad's. If you told me they had a collection of her clothes sitting in their closet, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Where did they get them? Did they ask her parents after a funeral, hey, can I take that sweater? Maybe those shoes,
Mary Lou's too cool to have parents, Gina.
Oh, God.
Well, she is a 25-year-old high school senior, so she probably does not still live at home.
This is very true. She lives on the wrong side of the tracks and smokes Cools. And, yeah.
I think, what if, because Vicky's parents went to school with Mary Lou. So what if it's her mother's clothes from when she was in school?
I actually thought of that. Like, she had to have gotten these from somewhere.
I think it's one of those questions you just should never ask. As I was watching, and I was just like, nope, this question came into my mind and I'm just going to put it away. It's fine. She just has these clothes.
Well, again, it's like the heavy metal video trope where, the woman opens the door and there's like a sexy leather outfit. She opens the door and there's some sort of, vaguely Joni Cunningham outfit just hanging in her closet.
Just waiting for that time. Come on, be honest. We've all got that outfit. Just waiting for a metal video time.
You never know when it's going to be. And when you get the call, you had better be ready. And
it may not fit. Just kind of deal with it.
Yeah. Well, they're not asking for you to show up in clothes that fit. You shouldn't be in them very long. Props to the one background extra at this funeral who is wearing what amounts to Black Panther Party cosplay to this religious service. I found very funny. Reverend Buddy blames her death on, quote, violence we see in our streets, TV sets, and movie screens. So I assume that he's been bought and paid for by the NRA.
Well, or it's another gag like which one the Friday 13th was. Kids sure have a weird idea of entertainment.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That very self-referential violence we see on the screens. Wink.
I would appreciate it more if Reverend Buddy would look directly into camera and go, wink, and then continue on.
Reverend Buddy is like, he's so good. The actor who plays him, he runs the Stratford upon Avon Shakespeare Festival in Canada that I used to go to when I was a kid. Wow. And I don't know if he's still alive, but he's like a Shakespearean actor. He's not trained in like American like Stanislavski or method acting at all. And that's pretty apparent. Like watching him, you're like, yes, every priest should be played by someone who does Shakespeare. Any priest in a horror film has to be played by someone who is very good at Shakespeare. I don't think
the acting in this necessarily, at least not from older characters, comes off in any way, shape, or form as amateurish or embarrassing. And I say this as Gina and I have gone through almost every Friday the 13th movie by this point. And I can tell you, there's not a lot of Shakespeare experts in those films.
No.
Although I do believe that Crazy Ralph totally pervs on people. When I see him, I believe that. After the funeral, Vicky takes a walk to Mary Lou's grave, and the soundtrack to the movie begins to have an orgy between gray whales and empty plastic garbage cans. It's just a lot of wailing and pounding. But we get to see her grave for the first time. It won't be the last, even for this section of the movie. We then return back to school. This is when we hear that it's a shame that the prom is still continuing, even though her friend is dead. This is when we begin to see everyone else's high school outfits. And I'm going to make a comparison here, and I want to know if you guys are okay with this. Half this cast seems to be walking around in prints so bold that the only element missing is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air spinning on a throne in front of them.
Yeah,
I took a screenshot of one, I think it's like at 31:41 in this film. I took a screenshot because I was like, yes, 3 bold prints in the same frame. It reminded me of like the first 2 seasons of Murder, She Wrote, and I got so excited. I was so into it.
Yeah. These are the kind of outputs that I would look at, when I was about 15 or 16 when this movie came out. So these are kind of the outputs that I would look at in issues of like 17 and Teen Beat and be like, man, I wish I could wear that, but I would get my ass kicked so hard. Just mixing patterns was only a thing you ever saw on television or movies. You could not get away in real life with wearing plaid and polka dot together or floral print and stripes. You just did not do that. And I found that, and I reached back to 16-year-old Gina, and I was very envious of the choices people were making in this movie.
Oh man, I wonder what people thought of me, because I definitely pattern mixed, and I don't think I was very popular. I think it was probably that I couldn't get away with it, and I still did it.
I had exceptionally loud clothing, but I think that's the only thing they sold boys for the most part was clothing that was so crazy it didn't matter if you mixed or matched it. It just looked insane anyways, so no one really looked at you cross. There's a couple things we learn in this sequence. One, Kelly is campaigning for prom queen by hanging flyers up everywhere, which is really more of a I'm running for student body council than prom queen, but okay. Number 2, she has drafted her own off-market Alexander Godunov to be her sexy toady. And 3, when she makes an okay symbol, it's like someone showed it to her 2 seconds before she had to do it on screen. Like she's never made the okay hand gesture in her life the way she's doing it. She has a lot of chunky jewelry and she's very deliciously bitchy. And she basically tells Vicky, you don't have any sort of shot. I don't know why you're even trying. At no point does Vicky, up until this point, ever state, I want to be prom queen. This does not seem to be her desire or her need, but Kelly really seems to think she is the biggest competition of her. I don't quite understand this.
We don't see what any of her other competition is. Yeah. And again, in the last episode, we touched upon this a little bit, the whole well-worn trope of the prom king and queen vote being this huge thing for weeks leading up to the prom. And to my knowledge, that is not something that carries over into real life. I mean, maybe in a couple days before the prom, but with all this scheming and planning and going behind people's backs and, spoiler, offering sexual favors to certain characters to get them to pull some strings for you to win. But it's prom always seems to be a much bigger thing in movies and TV than it ever is in real life.
I didn't know that you could campaign. I had no idea that was like a thing. I just thought you had to be like a good or popular person. Like it's suddenly turned into like class president or something with this movie. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know how she's able to campaign for something that, like you said, is really about popularity when it comes down to it. And
what's the platform you run on that you look particularly good in taffeta? I mean, what are the benefits that you offer to people? Well, we know one of the benefits she offers to people, but generally speaking, what are the benefits that you offer for why someone should vote for you as prom queen?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I know that Kelly should have been prom queen. Like that, to me, it's just like so obvious that like Kelly was the one who should have been prom queen. I don't know why we're even thinking about Vicky. Look at Kelly. Look at her. She's so cool. She's really cool. I would have voted for her.
Yeah. Like she knows how to wear a bow in her hair. She can pop a collar. She wears a white jacket with a pink collared shirt. I mean, yeah, I'd vote for her too. Yeah. I mean, she's a terrible person. I don't want to ever know her, But I would vote for her just to avoid her sideways glance at me. Something that Vicky doesn't really take to, and we can start to see the Mary Lou influence begin, like she's kind of coming under her sway, because when Vicky tells her, you should probably take the hint like your friend Jess and kill yourself, I guess is the implication. Vicky tells her to shut her fucking mouth, bitch, which comes out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, well, hello. Who are you, Vicky?
Well, hello, Mary Lou.
Hello. But she does it very convincingly. She goes from 0 to 60 real fast. And you're like, wow, okay, I can get behind this. This is followed by Michael Ironsides in the reflection of the display case, staring fuck daggers at her, which is a very Michael, like, it doesn't seem out of place. You're like, yeah, he would do that. Yeah. Okay. You buy it. It's just typical high school principal behavior. Cut to the lunchroom, where Josh is having his usual lunch of unfrozen French fries, a Pepsi with the label turned very clearly towards the camera, and a slice of unfrosted cake with 2 forks stuck into it. Yeah. Very carb-laden meal that he's having. And we have the first of what will be like 3 conversations with Monica about whether or not he's going to have a date at the prom, or either of them are going to have a date at the prom. And it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes.
I don't want either of them to have a date at the prom. I don't really care for either of them.
No.
They don't matter at all.
Again, Josh is trying very hard for Val Kilmer in this scene. He's delivering Dennis Miller. And that might just be the zhuzh sleeves. I'm not sure. Or the overabundance of hair on his head. Everyone has too much hair in this movie.
There's a lot of hair in this movie.
And while Vicky is getting her food, and we see this lunch lady who has the most elaborate brooch I've ever seen on anyone, very happily doling out food, someone taps her on the shoulder and the world goes Freddy. We immediately go to Nightmare on Elm Street vision here. There's leaves on the ground. The lighting is very focused and downward. Everything goes to gray. And our lunch lady now appears to be serving worms, cockroaches, and woman face soup.
They ordered out from the same place that the Lost Boys got their Chinese food.
That was a big thing. Everyone decided they were going to freak people out with worms and food, I guess.
That's pretty effective.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to be eating worms in like 3 years because of... Sorry, I get negative, but I'm like, like food sources are going to be dwindling. We're going to be eating worms. We're not going to look at the scene the same way. It's going to be like, oh, this is scary. This is not scary. This is what our lives are. Yeah, this is like dystopia,
And Vicky takes Cher's advice from Moonstruck and snaps out of it, only to end up in an abandoned overlook hotel hallway where the water in the water fountain turns into gravy, blood, yoo-hoo. I can't tell.
Au jus. It seems like au jus. It's just like, oh, someone's been eating prime rib.
Oh, what I need is a nice roast beef sandwich with a crisp French roll.
It's just
dip it right in there.
It's just brought to you by Arby's,
It's like,
please, let's go to Clifton's. Let's have a meal.
We were saying that the school has its own its own art program, its own dance program. Why wouldn't it have its own French dip fountain?
This is yes. I mean, this school is very well funded. Arts, dipping gravy in fountains. It's got it all.
Oh, so cool. The best lunch. The best lunch.
It really is. Even though there's some cockroaches. It's not all cockroaches.
They're organically raised cockroaches.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're high in protein. You're just thinking about that, health conscious.
Everyone's watching their weight. Vicky then notices some sort of echoey greaser. Opposite her.
I wrote him down as just evil Fonzie.
Yeah. This is the Stephen Kinganization of horror, because he always has evil greasers in his books.
Yeah.
And that sort of permeated where like everyone's like, yeah, I don't find that scary, but he does so well. Everyone must. So put an evil greaser in the movie.
Yeah, after reading, I read a lot of Stephen King when I was young, and I being assaulted by greasers was something that didn't really play out in my actual life as much as I thought it would.
I mean, they're not crawling all over South Jersey in broken down cars, having very loud lovers arguments at one another.
No one ever has pulled a switchblade on me. No one who supposedly died 50 years ago has ever come back to taunt me. Not a single one.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, that's
Gina.
what you were promised. It's really hard to grow up.
And
Gina,
really,
you
isn't
deserve
that, and really,
to
isn't that
have
the theme of every Stephen King story is how hard it is to grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say this to you, Gina. You deserve to have a rapey greaser in your life.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
That's from my heart.
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. You guys just go on. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes.
God. There's actually like a lot of writing about the idea of greasers being this kind of source of nostalgia in the 1980s, from like 82 through like 89, and it was in the music and everything. There was a lot of nostalgia for that era of like the 1950s, in the same way that there's a lot of nostalgia now for the 1980s. And yeah, music, film, everything. There was a lot of greasers everywhere in the 1980s. And I can't remember, there's a few articles or books that were recommended to me on the subject, but it was something I hadn't really thought about in those terms. So it wasn't even Stephen King. He was just tapping into like this zeitgeist that was happening at the same time. A lot of doo-wop that was infused into 80s pop. It's so weird, but I mean, it makes sense. It was like the right amount of time had passed to be like nostalgic about that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also because, as we are apparently getting into now, we had another Cold War sitch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were being very nostalgic about everything, about the time period, and when people used to dress a certain way, and everybody wore poodle skirts, even though nobody actually wore poodle skirts back in the 50s. My father always liked to pop the little bubble of telling me what the 50s were actually like, and that they did not, in fact, look like happy days. I was disappointed to find out.
Vicky manages to escape her assaulter, and that's really what this is. Just like this weird sexual assault that occurs in this hallway, and she runs out, and then smash cut to her at her own kitchen table with her mom and dad. There's two things on the table directly in front of her: the world's largest pitcher of milk and an empty coffee carafe. This is very weirdly dressed movie.
Is this like some sort of Nazi thing? Like, I'm trying to, like, the whole milk thing. I was like, what is this? What are we talking about? Are we talking about like purity, a lot of purity, a lot of emptiness? I was just like, I'm going to read really far into these two objects.
I think you're reading more into the objects than maybe the filmmakers might have.
That's a possibility.
You're reading exactly what they wanted to get across. I wasn't particularly sure, but this is the first time that I had noticed them. And I was like, she doesn't even have any food on her plate. She's just sitting in front of a tub of milk and an empty coffee carafe.
Well, her mother's teaching her a lesson in self-denial.
Oh, very well. She's going to get more of it, because when Vicky reveals her secret plan to not attend her first year at Western University, like Craig, this does not go over well with Mom. She just clutches major pearls at the very thought of this. And Dad is, again, no help. He is completely emasculated in this situation. And Vicky just ends up running for the hills up to her room to paint her nails and be stared at by her obscene rocking horse and flirt with herself with some sort of belipstick reflection, winks at her. So we're starting to get the takeover of her body by Mary Lou. This is possession by way of makeup flirting.
I love that. I love she's got like that heavy eye makeup on where they gave her eyebrows again. And I like that little face flirting thing that she does, the little wink. Because I have a really hard time telling people apart. like most actors, like most shows, for instance, are just like, oh, there's a blonde woman. Is that the same blonde woman that was the other blonde woman? Like, I can't really figure it out. And with this, when she put like the eye makeup on and was like flirting in the mirror, I was just like, oh, is that the actress that played Mary Lou? And I couldn't figure out, like, it's just like two white women who looked exactly the same to me. Like, so I really thought it was the actress who played Mary Lou in the beginning who was then looking in the mirror with like a wig on or something. And I had to watch it like 3 times to be like, no, that's actually the blonde actress. Sorry. You guys probably knew it right away, but I was like, whoa.
Well, we've never seen her with makeup on at this point.
Or with eyebrows.
Yes.
They're like,
they're usually
God.
covered up with those crazy curly Q bangs that she has going on that lean over her face like the coping on a pool.
The funny thing is about this scene is that she's, to me at least, I don't usually wear her makeup, but she does not look like she's wearing that much makeup.
No.
But her reaction when she snaps out of it, she looks at herself in shock, like she's painting herself to look like Divine. She's just like, oh God, I gotta get off. I gotta get it off. It's just like, it's like you barely put like lipstick on. You look fine. You look like any average high school student, but she's like she's just shocked. She's appalled at how, she's painted her face like a harlot.
Oh yeah. Of serious Carrie tones in this movie that never hit quite right. They never quite get there.
It's definitely, those are the 2 touchstones that they were going for here, is Carrie, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it accomplishes Nightmare on Elm Street more successfully. I would posit that if this didn't have the Mary Lou sequence to it and really Freddy just popped out, I wouldn't go, oh, that's out of nowhere. It felt like it kind of lived in that universe. It worked for me in that regard. The Carrie stuff, it doesn't work quite as well. It doesn't have that magic. It's
Carrie with like about 10 times as many creepy dudes in it. Because in Carrie, really the only, for lack of a better phrase, bad guy was John Travolta's character. I mean, William Katt's character was kind of a little iffy, but turned out to be a more or less decent guy in the end. But in this one, the only male character that's not, kind of at least a little weird is her boyfriend. But she's got, these older men who are just like, eye fucking her left and right, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but the science teacher who heretofore has never given any indication of such a thing is like cupping her ass in the middle of a class. It's like everybody in the classroom, and just everybody like I guess it's supposed to be a sign of how just sexually alluring she is that like suddenly nobody can take her eyes off their eyes off of her, and everybody just behaves in a way that's kind of a little questionable at minimum.
Yeah, it's that V-neck cable knit that she's wearing. I think that just drives them wild.
It's like, I love a woman in baggy, ill-fitting clothing.
Yeah. And I love that science teacher, in the theme of so many characters being named after horror directors, is named Mr. Craven.
The way she says it in that one scene is just great. She's like, Mr. Craven.
Rewinding just a little bit, we do get this again, the same scene that we had with Josh and Monica in the cafeteria. We get again the only sort of standout of the scene is that we discovered that Josh is wearing sandals with socks and biking. You don't bike with sandals on, man. What are you doing?
You do when you're Josh.
They're not even sandals. They're like more specifically, they are Birkenstocks. Like, they like very. What the hell is going on with this costume? I really don't understand it.
It is crazy. It's like they put a bunch of people's costumes in some sort of darkened tank, and he just reached in and pulled out random items, and whatever he pulled, he has to wear. Cut to what appears to be a Montgomery Ward teen activewear catalog shoot. No, it's PE class. And if you thought playing with the boys volleyball scene from Top Gun and thought, what if this was shot in a way where I didn't want to have sex with anyone on screen? Well, Your wishes come true. At one point, Josh and Craig do this high five thing where they teen wolf at one another. It's very odd. Like, I know that they're playing this off like this is our thing, and you're like, that shouldn't be your thing. That shouldn't be anybody's thing.
Does it end like in a hug or something? What, I can't remember. It was something really weird.
There's like a chest bump and a high five, and then they're like in a Thriller video. They're like wah 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 at each other.
Man. Did they touch like foreheads or something? There was something really weird that happened that I couldn't remember, but it was something like very intimate. Like what?
Everybody in this movie is very touchy with each other. Like very touchy, like way more touchy than anybody ever is in high school.
I'm looking at it right now. There's so many one-handed hits of this volleyball. It's terrible. Yeah, they touch foreheads and stick their tongues out at one another.
Yes. Thank you.
For no reason. Like that's how you celebrate. You should come up with a different celebration. And they filmed it and they're like, great, moving on.
This looks like something 17-year-old boys would do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to reshoot this at all.
Yeah. Half the women in here are wearing leotards, and then Kelly is wearing something you would wear to a beach blanket bingo sitch.
Well, because she's repressed, right? Like that's what I don't know what I don't have no idea.
Yeah. But this results in some sort of kerfluffle about who has to serve. But Kelly then ends up beaning Vicky in the head with the ball, and Vicky awakens back in Freddy World, surrounded by crotch. Everywhere you look is just you're at crotch level. This movie is not subtle, and I think it works to its benefit, but every once in a while you're like, maybe we could add a dose of subtlety. What do you say? Because next up we get some pure dream logic. Vicky ends up being backed up towards the net by what appear to be PE zombies. And then the volleyball net becomes a spider web, and she twirls and twirls and twirls herself in it. And she ends up waking up in Craig's loving lap shouting, "I'm not Mary Lou." And meanwhile, Kelly is just clutching a Diet Pepsi for strength.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, is she going to drink that now? Wow, she's just kind of cruel.
She needs it. She needs whatever that sugar substitute is.
God, she's just
probably causes cancer in rats.
She's so cool. I'm just like, wow, I would worship her.
She does wear a mean headband. I'll give her that for sure. This prompts Principal Arson to go check out that old haunted drama costume room. And what follows is 2 solid minutes of Michael Ironside making O faces and flashing back to that time he lit his prom date on fire.
Fond memory. We all have those.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
Yeah, you cast your mind back to your big prom. Oh yeah, I did light my date on fire. That's right. And this sort of smash cuts to Vicky. She comes home with Craig, and she's being and her mom goes, I know what's the matter with you, because Vicky says, I think I might be getting the flu. And she's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you that a little God won't fix. Head right on over to confession. So that's exactly what Vicky does. Only she shows up to this entirely abandoned Gothic church in the same cloak that Mary Lou did. And we cut in between there to Michael Ironside burning the class picture of that broke earlier in the movie, because setting things on fire has worked out for him pretty well so far.
Yeah, that's how you take care of your problems. That's how I was taught. I don't know about you. Set your problems on fire. Be done with it.
That's right. It's
burn
like
your
sage.
trash. Yes. Just like sage. Yeah.
Ain't nothing a little lighter fluid can't cure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have an art alert. Not since Friday the 13th Part 2 have we seen such challenging portrait work done by an individual as rendered in this film. I will put it up on Twitter and Instagram when we get around to it. But I was wondering what you guys thought of these renderings. Who are they meant to portray? Because what I was getting was one person looked like Gregory Harrison circa Razorback, and the other one looked like Tori Amos.
Yeah, definitely the Tori Amos one. That I could see that a lot.
Her self-portrait looks like Tina Yothers.
Actually, yeah, it does.
It does. It totally does.
Well, I mean, would it be better? What would have been better? That kind of, slightly, and I can't draw a straight line, so I've never been a judge, but slightly amateurish drawing, or something that would have been on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. I mean, if they're trying to go for realism, they've got it. Oh, they've got it. They've nailed it.
It's not quite as out of place as Alice's portrait of Aladdin Insane and her sad New Jersey apartment from Friday the 13th Part 2. It does look like someone from high school drew them. I'll give it that. I just couldn't place them as to who they were. But that's really besides the point, because the star of this particular scene is Pervy Rocking Horse.
Oh, God.
Pervy Rocking Horse. Maybe you haven't watched a Prom Night 2 and you're like, oh, Patrick, what are you talking about? A pervy rocking horse? I'm talking about the rocking horse the size of an adult that no one would ever sit on if you were a child because it would be too high. And no one would ever sit on as an adult because you would look fucking insane.
Well, and also because it's going to try to fuck you.
Yes, it is totally going to fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even if I weren't like in a horror movie and there was like a rocking horse in my room, I would be like, that horse is likely going to come to life and try to fuck me. There's nothing that tells me it won't.
You're just going to lay there the whole night and just stare right at it. Like, don't even think about it, man.
Yeah, don't even try to fuck me. I know that's why you were made. The horse decor in this room is just like on point too. There's like a short shot of like a Ron Kimball stallion art print, and it says stallion in big letters, so you know. It's
so
a
you can
stallion.
identify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the last episode. I'm going to mention it in the next episode. This horse is veiny.
Yes.
And it is
so many veins.
It is never, ever anything less than fucking horrifying. I mean, beyond that it has a tongue and sticks its tongue out and rolls its eyes like it's just ejaculating everything in that room. It's veiny. It's upsetting.
Its teeth are like huge. It looks like it looks as though like it got teeth implants, like its teeth rotted as well, which I think is fantastic for an effect. Ron Oliver in his screenplay had described it multiple times as lascivious, and
oh yeah,
mission accomplished.
Yeah, and that was like his one major thing was like, I need Jim Doyle to make the most lascivious rocking horse that like you could ever imagine. And he did. And, Jim Doyle had made the glove for Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, he's like a fucking genius. And they put him on this fucking horse.
Yeah. I think all this horse was lacking was just crude drawings of penises and vaginas all over it.
Oh yeah. We never got to see if it was hung, but I would not put it against, like, I would not put it past them if like this thing had like a giant dong of like on a rocking horse, just like no one commenting on it, just had a big dong and they're like, just accurate.
The whole thing is like a penis on 4 legs. It's nuts how phallic it is. I mean, it is effective. Like once you see it, it works. I'll put this in dick fingers, magic on you. You're never going to forget the first time you saw this penis horse stare at you with its red eyes and veiny neck.
Oh my God. Ron Oliver, who is, he is gay, but he had a very interesting idea about female sexuality when he was writing this, because he was like very sure, like it's still very sure. He's like, women love horses because it's a sexual thing where they get to control or have perceived control over a giant creature. And I was like, he might have a point.
Very, very subconsciously, maybe.
Very, very very subconsciously. Maybe, but yeah, he really brought that out here, and I was like, I'm not sure. Like, maybe ask some horse girls what they think first. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's horse girls listening, I had a few of you as friends when I was growing up. Like, what is it? What is it that you love about horses?
How many of you have giant rocking horses in your bedroom right now? Well, what happens immediately after this penis horse looks at her sideways is she gets into bed and she's molested by her own silk sheets, which is kind of cool and kind of ridiculous.
That was a big effect during that time period, because you got like Poltergeist. Then there was the incredibly unpleasant movie The Entity, which all of these movies did the effect of invisible hands rubbing all over a woman's body. It's never a man's body. It's always a woman's body. The ghosts are never interested in touching men. It's only female bodies. But it's it was an interesting effect, but it was definitely really played out by this point.
In The Entity's defense, there are very few invisible hands that want to run their invisible hands all over activist Ron Silver's body.
Fair point.
But the effect of this is obviously they were aiming for the Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy coming out of the wall and knocking the crucifix off effect here. And I have to say, there are some effects here that really work. And this is one of them. It doesn't belabor the point. We're not staring at this for hours. It's very brief, but you feel she is unsafe. There's no place where Vicky is safe from the spirit of Mary Lou.
My only question is presuming that her parents still buy her most of her things, do you really think her mom would buy her silk sheets?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I mean, I really expected her to still have like, Holly Hobby sheets or Rainbow Bright or just something from when she was still like a child, or just, burlap sacks just to she'll constantly be reminded of Jesus' sacrifice.
Jesus hates silk. The last thing that I was taught in Catholic school. He hates silk.
Oh, that's a whole section in there. You're like, I get it.
Oh my God.
You don't like silk.
Yeah. Once you get to the thread count part of the Bible, shit just gets so boring.
When you get into a bed with silk sheets, just flying right out the other side of it.
Oh my God. It's true.
The crazy thing about this is that once your oversized hobby horse comes to life and tries to fuck you, I'm not going back in that room again. I'm just not unless I'm into it. And then sure. But if I'm not going back into that room. That is a hard pass from me.
Or you're selling the horse on whatever the Canadian 80s version of Craigslist was. Please buy my fuck horse. I don't want it anymore.
What do you think a fuck horse goes for these days on the open market?
Oh, a haunted one? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, eBay, people love that haunted shit. And if you have like a sexy angle, like this horse might try to fuck you. I'd say you could go for $1,000 or so. I mean, the craftsmanship behind it is exquisite. I mean, every vein is just, lovingly handcrafted.
And this prompts Vicky, or is it Father Buddy? He's just wandering the plots at night. Who knows? Father Buddy then attempts to perform an exorcism on his own chapel, I guess. He's in a, it's not even a pentagram. It's just like a diamond shape of candles. And then he heads out to Mary Lou's gravesite, where he throws a Bible at the headstone and it explodes. Which, it's a new one on me, but okay. Hopefully that Bible is covered under warranty, because it should not explode on impact like that. That is unsafe at any speed, ladies and gentlemen. Father Buddy is then visits Principal Dad with the largest book I've ever seen in my life.
I gotta say, this is also the scene where I realized that Michael Ironside had a really nice butt.
There you go.
I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Okay, Michael Ironside doing squats. Let's see what that booty did. Listen, he was a man of a certain age and he was keeping it high and tight. Good for him. Got to take it where you can get it in this movie in terms of hot dudes. But this is where Father Buddy decides to read a religious text entitled "The Gospel of This Film's Plot," letting us know that if a person dies violently, their spirit wanders purgatory for eternity, waiting to get revenge.
Is that in the Bible?
That is not a Bible that he's holding on to. That's some sort of supplementary text. And I say that as a person who's raised Mormon with some supplementary texts. Yeah, that is some sort of standard operating procedure manual that Catholic priests get. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is something they made up. I love the way he explains it. Like, and again, Reverend Buddy just buys into real quick that this is Mary Lou's spirit coming back to seek revenge. And generally speaking, I mean, I was friends growing up with someone whose father was a Catholic church deacon, and they're not actually too big on the whole demonic spirits thing. I mean, even beyond like in movies like The Exorcist and the Amityville Horror, where they have to prove, they have to bring evidence to the church where they'll prove an exorcism. They generally do not believe in this kind of thing. And I don't think that any priest worth his salt is going to show up and say, yep, well, it's a common thing that when someone dies violently, their soul wanders purgatory until it's time to seek vengeance. Oh, is it that time? Okay.
All right. Sure. Thanks for coming by all these years late, 30 years later to let me know this.
Better
buddy.
late than never.
Maybe you shouldn't have fucked my girlfriend, buddy. It was the one line that never gets spoken aloud.
I mean, yeah, this is subtext of the entire movie. Like, maybe you shouldn't have fucked my girlfriend.
It's like, really, Reverend Buddy, this is all your fault.
When I mean, it is not his fault though. It's not.
It really isn't. Kelly then visits Josh in the very abandoned AV club of this high school. And what she would like from Josh is this: fix the computer voting for prom queen. Again, she is practically running unopposed. So I'm not really sure why she needs to bribe Josh with 100 crisp Canadian dollars. No attempt to make this American at all, which I kind of like, because the first prom night tries very hard to make it seem Canadian, even though everyone in the movie is sorry, very sorry about their accent. Not as sorry as Canada Cop from Friday the 13th, Part 8. But what are you going to do? But Josh types his demand into the computer, and Kelly is not having it. Spoiler alert for a movie that came out supposedly in 1987. That demand is a blowjob.
Which is kind of shitty, since he's also trying to get Monica. And they treat his scenes together with Monica as kind of cute and playful, and they like each other, but they're going to pretend they don't like each other for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
And then oh, nope, he's kind of a scumbag.
Yeah. It almost feels like they're two different movies and they sandwich them together. They can't quite decide what Josh is supposed to be. I'm fine with him being an a-hole because he dresses like one. I'm fine with him acting like an a-hole because he dresses like one and acts like one. Mm-hmm. But don't make him have puppy dog eyes for Monica and her giant schoolwear. On top of that, that's very ill-fitting. Vicky examines a yearbook that, luckily for her, Monica has brought from her family that is from 1957. Kelly then immediately goads her, and then Vicky looks over at Kelly and her face is replaced by Mary Lou, and Vicky just slaps the taste out of her mouth. Just a full open-handed slap that you can hear all the way across the room. And there are also some awesome punk background players in this movie. There's some people with some envious looking cool jackets with lots of cool band patches safety pinned to them. While in detention, though, Vicky looks up and sees "Help Me" drawn backwards on the blackboard, as if someone is writing from the other side of that blackboard. And we are then transported into the best effects sequence in this entire movie, where Vicky is sucked into a swirling vortex of this blackboard. It's a visual that is so well executed that if it had been used in A Nightmare on Elm Street, it would be revered as an all-timer. That is how effective I think this sequence is.
Yeah, Jim Doyle did that too, and they built the set on a gimbal, so that means that they had the camera there and they were rotating this room as it was shooting. So eventually she would fall into the chalkboard water, which it's just brilliant. It's so well done.
Every time I see it, I'm like, damn, that's really, really good. The lighting works for it. And then after she's sucked in and the board returns to normal, the letters that were in one corner are now jumbled throughout the board like it's been swirling in a hot tub. It's really well thought out. It's better than you would think Prom Night 2 would ever be, based on Prom Night 1, which is ungood in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
With the exception of Slick. We all love Slick. He's a hirsute, slightly tubby, Lothario. We all want to dig into his American history book of doobies and hang out with him for the rest of our lives. But that is the highlight of that movie. Whereas here, there's some cool shit, y'all. When the scene returns to normal, of course, the letters are mixed around, and then Vicky reappears in the drama costume room of doom, sweaty, naked, and now fully possessed by the spirit of Mary Lou.
We know she's possessed because her voice drops a couple registers.
Yeah,
which is another horror movie trope. When a woman is possessed, she suddenly develops the voice of Kathleen Turner.
Shit, am I possessed?
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe. Well, I'm not going to say you're not possessed.
Sorry.
Cough the devil out.
There's something trying to get out. I'll take a break.
Cut to Father Buddy's very empty church, where Vicky Lou shows up here and she is wearing Mary Lou's outfit from the very beginning of the movie. She does the exact same monologue about wanting to have sex with her boyfriend and other boys at school. Father Buddy chastises her and says that she must remain pure in the light of God, gives her certain things to get her penance, at which point she hulks the fuck out. Straight out of the late 1970s Incredible Hulk TV series, and just punches her way through the confessional into Buddy's half of it. Picks up the pointiest crucifix you ever seen in your life, and Buddy basically says, "No, please don't." And I'm not entirely sure what prompts it, but basically, Buddy says that she won't reach heaven or something like that. Or no, Mary Lou is saying, when I died, want to know there is no God, there was no heaven, but you want to know the very worst part. There wasn't any wings. And then she stabs Buddy to death.
Yeah, there's no wings. Oh, God. That's good.
It's kind of awesome. It's kind of badass. I kind of love this movie.
That performance, and of course, the director has her looking straight at the camera when she's delivering this this sad speech about no wings. And I love that effect. And I think this actress gives such a good performance in this scene. I was really impressed. And I kind of almost liked her a little bit more than Kelly at that point, which was really hard for, I really like Kelly in this movie.
That's right. It's understandable. They're neck and neck. The next day, I'm going to start calling her Vicky Lou, just so everyone remembers. Is dressed, as we mentioned before, in saddle shoes and a loose-fitting Agora sweater. And she returns those fuck eyes at Principal Dad that he sent her way earlier.
With a little kissy face, I think.
Yeah.
And she's also wired to be playing Hello, Mary Lou, which is fascinating.
You can tell that she's possessed because she's chewing gum loudly, barking orders at the prom decoration committee members.
And she says, and nobody has ever said, "See you later, alligator," in a more menacing tone of voice
That's right.
than Vicky Lou in this movie.
It's absolutely true.
That there is murder in those words.
She will not see you later, is what she's meaning.
If she's going to see you, she's going to kill you later. So, weigh whether or not you want to be seen accordingly. After this, this is when, and this appears to be a different day because they're wearing different outfits, but I can't tell. There's some editing choices here that leave something to be desired. But in science class, Vicky Lou has her ass grabbed by Professor Craven, and she's stoic about it. She does not react right away. But basically, is told by Professor Craven, you need to pay attention. And this is gained by ass grabbing. This has got to be Mary Lou's influence both on her and Professor Craven, who outside of this does not appear to be an overly sexual human being.
And then she sets fire to his crotch.
Yes. That was a scene that they added in reshoots because Ron Oliver, the writer, actually directed the reshoots. So they had cut out, they left about 65 minutes of the original cut. And then Ron Oliver got like $100,000 to go and do reshoots. So that scene with Mr. Craven, the science teacher, the reason she's wearing something different is because it is months later when they shot it, and they added it in to kind of add this sexy element to it. Very sexy, very, very sexy scene. That's one thing I can say about it, right? Very sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Of her middle-aged teacher just, snaking his hand down like nobody can see what he's doing and cupping his butt.
Yeah, definitely.
The way we all fantasize about doing that. Okay. Anyways, he gets his crotch lit on fire by Bunsen burner, like we were all hoping. This then sets up Monica. She can tell something is not right. And she confronts Vicky Lou in the girls' locker room once everyone else leaves. And Vicky Lou is not having it. She's much more concerned with turning that radio back on than listening to her friend. At which point, Monica smashes the radio on the ground and says, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm just going to go take a shower like I was intending to this entire time. This is when we get Vicky Lou seducing Monica in the shower.
Well, this is what I was saying before about how everybody is very touchy in this movie. Like, it takes a while before Monica's like, oh, wait, hey, no, that's kind of weird what you're doing.
Yeah.
She's kind of cool with her friend just coming up behind her, totally nude balls, just, rubbing on her shoulders and turning her around and getting in real close and kissing her face. And it's like, oh, wait, no, I don't want you to do that. This is weird.
Yeah.
Now it's
weird. Well, how many pecks on the face would you take from a friend in the shower before things got weird? Because here it's at least 5.
I think the moment I felt hands on my shoulders, I'd be like, what are you doing? We haven't talked about this.
And for like half a second, Monica is not against it. And then she's very against it. But I can't tell.
Much to the audience's disappointment.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be certain, she is not into it after a while.
Yes.
A long while, but after a while.
This sends Monica into a lesbian panic attack, running with a hastily attached towel to herself, hiding from Vicky Lou, who just strides around for the rest of the scene without a damn thing on. And it has so much power in the moment. It is obviously exploitative, but then again, she is out there as a woman for the first time in this movie. Like, I'm a woman. I'm plainly a woman. I'm sick of holding back my sexuality. So there's also an element of power to it. So I can't tell, is it exploitation that works, or is it just me being a dude?
Well, the shot would have been a little bit different, I think, if this scene is also Ron Oliver original, and I think it was shot by a gay man who wasn't necessarily maybe knowing how to leer at a naked woman. And so you get these wide shots of her, for instance, where she's in the background, and so she becomes kind of like like a power object as opposed to a sex object in many of these parts. Like I don't notice her sexuality as much as I notice that she's freaking me out with it, which is different.
She's also a lot of times looking right at the camera, which kind of makes it a little less like, it's like the camera is looking at her. She's very much just kind of locking eyes with the viewer. But yet, at the point where she kills Monica, she has a towel back on. Now, I don't know if I missed that she put one back on or if it was a continuity error, but she was not naked by the time she smooshes the lockers together.
That was a different scene, actually. They cut that together. So that's, again, like editing things. Parts of this were filmed from the original director and parts were Ron Oliver. Ron Oliver is the one who was like, no, I think you should be naked. And because her biggest part, this role was Prissy in Anne of Green Gables up to this point. She was like, yes, I'm going to get naked. I'm going to do this. And then when they had shot it originally, I think she was wearing a towel. And so they kind of cut these things together. So yeah, sorry.
No, you were backing me up that it was a continuity error. So thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I wasn't imagining it or I missed where she stopped to put on a towel.
No, you exactly caught that. It was two different directors, two different things.
And Monica tries to, this becomes sort of a Shining Maze sequence here with a person hiding from someone else in a place where it's just rows of lockers. Honestly, if you're hiding in one row, that's where you're going to get caught. But she decides to shove herself into a locker and try to like control her breathing or whatnot, not to be caught. That's not going to work with a supernatural killer like Vicky Lou, who mentally just smashes the lockers from either side into the one that Monica is hiding in and out dribbles
pink oatmeal,
grape juice.
That is straight up pink oatmeal, just splurting through the locker vents.
It's not blood and guts. I'll tell you that right now.
I guess it's supposed to be her brains or something. It's a pretty cool scene. I think it's actually probably in this whole, endeavor we've done so far, probably one of the coolest death scenes because, number one, how are they going to explain that? That's a scene that I wish had been added in is how are they going to explain how someone just got turned to mush between a bunch in a row of lockers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a hard engineering accident to explain. But you also couldn't say, "Oh, Vicky probably did that. She probably made those two ends of lockers crush her best friend to death in the middle, like a fruit gusher."
Yeah, and we also forgot, that she says, "Oh, wop bop." I can't even say it right. Can you say it right?
A wop up a loo wop wop bam boom
boom.
And and again, it's like, oh, that's cool.
Oh man! And just before that, though, it should be noted she drags her red nails across the metal of the locker doors, just to remind everyone. This is an on-the-sly Nightmare on Elm Street movie, just by another name.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it all works. I love that scene. You would never expect it to end that way. And so much of this movie is you would not expect this to happen. You don't expect the veiny, pervy hobby horse. None of this is expected. It just all comes from a very different place. And I like being jumbled out of the tropes that I would normally see. It doesn't all work, but at least this movie is swinging for the fences.
I think it hits more than it misses, honestly. It's memorably weird.
Yes, that's the exact way I would say. I will not forget this. In fact, ever since I watched it, I've had Hello, Mary Lou in my head. That song. I cannot get it out. It's driving me insane.
So that leads us once again to Canada's second favorite game show, Choose Your Own Death Venture. And that is where we decide of the kills we've talked about in this section of the movie. If we were forced to die that way, which one would we choose and why? And up for bid today, we have stabbed by a very pointy crucifix or squished inside a locker until you become pink oatmeal. And April, as our guest, I choose you to go first.
So having been raised Catholic, I fully believe that we don't get to choose anything. We are given the death that we are owed. And I'm very sure that I would be owed the death whether I want it or not in the church. So I would be choosing Father Buddy's death today, getting stabbed by a crucifix. And also it's just pretty badass, you know.
Right. Go, please.
So just what an obituary. I'm already writing it in my head. It's so cool.
April Wolfe, noted journalist and writer, found dead by stabby crucifix. The police are seeking the Incredible Hulk. If you see Lou Ferrigno sauntering down your street in torn jean shorts, please notify the police.
Or Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
but not Edward Norton.
No. No one's looking for Edward Norton.
No, it's so sad for him. He's like, "What about me? I could have done it." And you're like, "No,
no, you couldn't have, Eddie. Sorry." So, Gina, what say you?
Oh, I love the locker death. I love it so much. And again, I think in 9 movies, well, I mean, I guess like 11 or 12, counting our bonus episodes, this is probably my favorite death scene that we have covered. It's just so weird and like nothing I've ever seen before. And as my soul ascends to heaven, presumably, I would love to look down and to see people just like trying to figure out, how did this happen? And how are we going to clean this up? Because think of the mess, just covered in pink oatmeal and viscera, and they're never going to forget that. And I want to make sure that I am not forgotten when I am crushed between a bank of lockers in a Canadian high school.
They'll put like a little memorial on the locker because they can't use it anymore. It'll be really sad. They'll retire it in honor of you, like a sports jersey.
It's just going to be, they're just going to put a radio in it that's constantly playing Angel by Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard of. Well, as for myself, I would initially want to choose death by sex from pervy hobby horse, but that is not an option here. So I am also going to go with squished inside of locker, because the thing that happens before that is awkwardly kissing a woman and it ends up you're not going to have sex with her. Yeah, that happened to me in high school. Yeah. I made some pecs to, is this going somewhere? And it not going anywhere. No one ended up dead in a locker, but there's a lot of preceding elements that feel very true to me. So,
well, you probably shouldn't have just walked up behind somebody naked in a shower, Patrick.
That was my move.
There's a conversation that needs to take place before doing that. Is this okay?
That gives away the surprise.
Oh no!
God. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, surprise shower nudity.
We're gonna have to take another shower after that. Oh God.
Oh, it's the worst thing I've ever said out loud, and we've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, and you recorded it.
Yeah. Sure, I could edit it out, but people would know it was missing.
He never edits out what I expect him to edit out.
Now, if it's going to embarrass me, those are the best parts. So that just about does it for this section of the film. So, April, where can people read and listen to you more?
Oh, God. I mean, do they really want to? Ugh.
I do. I think you're awesome.
Oh, thanks. You can always go to Switchblade Sisters or Who Shot Ya, the 2 film podcasts that I host or am on the Maximum Fun Network. If you want to find me on Twitter, I am at AWolfeful. And just beware, I'm really political. And I'm into horror films, but also very political. I often write for Village Voice and The Wrap and Film Comment, so you can find my writing there.
Do it today, people. You will not regret it. As much as I listen to Who Shot You every week, because I also love Alonzo and Ricky as well. But Switchblade Sisters is appointment listening for me. I get so much out of it. I love it, love it, love it.
I thank you so much for saying that. I love you guys do the same kind of, poring over movies that I love, like that's the kind of thing that I'm so into, is just the details. And I appreciate that you guys are into that too.
Absolutely. Okay, Gina, where can people find you on the internet?
I write about old television and movies and general pop culture and occasionally boring personal stuff at GinaRadcliffe.com. And I am on Twitter. My name is Porcelain72, and I will put my own warning that I am kind of an asshole on there. So buyer beware.
You heard it here, not first. I think you've said that once or twice.
It's just a friendly warning. I don't want anybody to be shocked and appalled.
I thought she was going to be nice.
I'm so gentle and kind and inoffensive on this program. So
that's right. Do it today, people. Okay. You want to reach out to us? There's an easy way to do it. It's on Twitter. It's simple, at Kill by Kill Pod. If you have something longer than 280 characters to say to us, which I somehow doubt, but occasionally it happens, reach out to us via email at killbykillpod@gmail.com. Instagram, Kill by Kill Podcast. We do fun things there. We have the Facebook groups as well, just in case you want to feed someone your personal information and then have them use it against you. We didn't mention this at the top, Gina, but this episode comes out on Friday the 13th. And once again, in Kill by Kill tradition, we're not talking about a Friday the 13th movie on Friday the 13th.
We failed to plan yet again.
I am so bad at this. I'm terrible at planning, but that's okay. You had a really great episode. So when it comes down to it, the way you could thank me for my bad planning, but delivering you quality programming by finding fantastic guests like April and the world's greatest co-host in Gina Radcliffe, is by giving us a nice review on iTunes, because it helps us get out there and be seen by more people and heard by more people. We would appreciate it from deep in the cockles of our black hearts. And so that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. Don't worry. The body count will continue as we wrap up. I think we wrap up Prom Night 2. I'm not sure. Yes. I haven't watched ahead.
It is. There are only two more deaths coming. So yeah.
Okay. So this will be it. It's happened. It happened so fast, and yet every part of it is so wonderful. Thank you for spending it with us, for myself and for Gina and for April. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you later out here.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Summer is here. At Orderly Meds, we know this time is a reminder that life is full of new beginnings. Whether you're celebrating the nice weather, starting a new chapter, planning a vacation, or simply looking ahead to what's next, this season can be the perfect time to invest in yourself and your health. If you've struggled with weight loss and are curious about GLP-1 medications, Orderly Meds can help you learn about your options. Through a simple virtual process, you can connect with licensed medical professionals who can determine whether treatment may be appropriate for you. Getting started is fast, convenient, and happens online from the comfort of home. This summer, consider a new approach to feeling your best. Visit orderlymeds.com/podcast to learn more. That's orderlymeds.com/podcast. orderlymeds.com/podcast. Because every new season is an opportunity to take the next step forward. Compounded medications are not FDA approved. Eligibility required and determined by a licensed provider. Individual results may vary. See website for details.